All right, guys. So now we will go over the eights. The eights in tarot represent action, mastery, change, and momentum. They mean that there's a need to focus on energy and transition away from the past or apply dedication to achieve goals. These cards symbolize personal power, mental processes, and skill development. Here's a quick breakdown of the cards. For example, the Eight of Wands represents fast momentum, quick action, movement, and aligning with your goals. The Eight of Cups symbolizes walking away from an emotionally dissatisfactory situation, secret deeper meaning, and leaving behind what no longer serves you. The Eight of Swords indicates that you may be feeling trapped, restricted, or maybe even having analysis paralysis. And these limitations are often self imposed, they could be mental and not external. The Eight of Pentacles highlights dedication, skill development, craftsmanship, and hard work, which leads to mastery. So here are some of the key themes of the eights. So the momentum and speeds. For example, the wands represent rapid progress, focus and skill. The pentacles emphasize dedication to a craft. Mental limitations with the Eight of Swords. This means that it's time to overcome internal obstacles. Letting go with the Eight of Cups represent leaving behind unfulfilling situations. And overall, the eights represent are connected to the Strength card, which is the card number 8 in the major arcana, and these cards represent controlling your destiny. Now we'll go over the cards individually. For example, we'll start with the Eight of Pentacles. The Eight of Pentacles represents diligence, craftsmanship, and mastery. It represents a period of focused hard work, skill building, and attention to detail. This is called the Apprentice card, and it signifies that consistent, methodical effort is paying off and you are now steadily improving your craft. Upright, this means that you're now putting your head down, focusing on the details, and perfecting your skills. In career and finances, this means you're dedicated to your current job, education, or business, and now you're going to get great results out of that. In focus, it means immersing yourself in a deeply specific task or mastering a new trade. Reverse, this card means burnout. It warns against cutting corners, losing focus, or obsessing over perfection. This also means that there's a lack of work-life balance, that you're spending too much time isolating yourself with work at the expense of your health or social life. As far as motivation, you may feel uninspired, bored, or even trapped by repetitive tasks. Now we will go on to the Eight of Cups. The Eight of Cups is a card that signifies departure, emotional withdrawal, and walking away. This card appears in a reading when a person realizes that a person or job or a situation is no longer emotionally fulfilling them, prompting them to leave the familiar behind in search of a deeper meaning or truth. The general meaning of this card is a traveler that is walking away from a stacked formation of 8 cups, and they're going towards the mountain range. The mountain range symbolizes a higher purpose. Upright, this means someone's abandoning dissatisfaction. So it signals the wisdom to know when to stop forcing things and the bravery to walk away, even if it brings sadness or uncertainty in the future. Reversed, the person may be struggling with the fear of change or emotional stagnation. It can indicate an avoidance or necessary departure or the lingering temptation to return to something you already left. In love and relationships, the Eight of Cups signals a time of quiet reflection where you or a partner may feel something is missing. It can mean closing a chapter, setting a partner free so they can walk their own path, or leaving a relationship that is no longer aligning with your personal growth. In career and finances, it's time to take seriously and evaluate what brings you fulfillment. The Eight of Cups suggests moving on from a stagnant job, abandoning a failed project, or shifting to a more rewarding career path. The core advice behind the Eight of Cups is to trust your deeper calling. You have given enough to a situation that is no longer returning your energy. Some actionable advice is to know when to walk away, honor your need to leave. Honoring your need to leave is an act of self-respect. Clearing the slate for a new and better experiences in your life. Now we will go on to the Eight of Wands. The Eight of Wands is a card of speed, sudden movement, and momentum. It means that things are accelerating, blockages are clearing, and your plans and ideas are finally coming to fruition. Upright, this card represents swift action. Things are moving quickly. Now it's time to make a move, finalize tasks, and push forward. Communication, you may expect a sudden flurry of news, messages, or email. In travel, it can indicate a trip or a journey in the near future. In tarot, this card reversed means that there may be delay or frustration. Things are taking longer than expected, or a project is stuck in a holding pattern. This card can also mean burnout, moving too fast, or trying to juggle too many irons in the fire is leading to stress. In patience, this is a gentle reminder to slow down and that forcing something will not help unfold a situation. So this card is the only card in the entire tarot that has no humans depicted, just wands flying through a clear blue sky. Now we will go on to the Eight of Swords. The Eight of Swords is the tarot card that represents self-imposed limitations, mental traps, and feeling powerless. It symbolizes when someone feels stuck or isolated, even though the restrictions are largely an illusion or created by your own fears. So what you see here is a blindfolded woman surrounded by 8 swords. She's wearing a blindfold and her hands untied. However, if she was to open her eyes or loosen the binds, she could easily walk away. The swords are arranged to look like a cage, but there are gaps where she could escape. The upright meaning is that you feel helpless, trapped by circumstances, or even your own thoughts. It's a sign that your inner critic or limiting beliefs are taking over. This card is a reminder, is reminding you that you hold the keys to your own freedom and that your shackles are mostly a mental barrier. Reversed, this card signals liberation, mental breakthroughs, or escaping a sticky situation. It means you're starting to see the truth, overcoming self-doubt, and realizing that you have the power to step out of your self-imposed prison. A key takeaway is that you are your own prison and you're also your own liberator. The card is advising you to stop wallowing in fear, challenge your negative thoughts, and recognize the abundance of options available to you once you change your perspective.